What is up, guys? It's your boy, Big Is, and welcome back to another episode of LA Noire Remastered. In the last episode, we started our brand new case that saw familiar faces reappearing in Detective Bolowski and Detective Galloway, our former partners from past videos. Be at the first people at the crime scene, where we started our new case following a woman who was once a fashion model, was found dead on her bathroom floor, and as well as we found evidence that she could have possibly been killed by not one but two people in her bathroom floor. At first we thought it was a possible suicide, but it's now looking like more of a possible homicide. And we also came to this store right here to interview the owner and a friend of hers that was in the store to pretty much talk about what was her like, what was she like when she was working for their company. And now we're gonna go in today's video. We're gonna go to the doctor's office, talk to this Dr. Stoneman, because we did found other medication from the last video that was prescribed to her. And it wasn't the sleeping pills, it was also another medication that we found underneath the sleeping pills on the containers. So that's where we're going to go into today. And before we get right into this video, I wanted to let you guys know that we hit 1.5k subs. 1.5k subscribers on the channel. We're getting close to 200. So if you have seen my videos but you haven't subscribed, for those who are not subscribing and are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and turn on the notification bell to stay notified for all of my latest gameplay uploads. And without further ado, let's get right into this video. So we're going to the doctor's office. I marked that on the map.
You drive.
Boy, you're driving to
this. Go over the case notes.
Nice move not telling old Sweet Lips in there about her friend taking the big jump till we were half out the door. Very slick.
I figured we'd get more out of her that way.
You're learning, Phelps. We'll make a vice cop out of you yet.
Alright, so it looks like his doctor's office is here at this building. We're gonna go right in there to speak to this Dr. Stoneman. Anything over here? Yep.
Here, Stoneman, office 505.
Ooh, 505, so he's at the very top. I see an elevator. We're gonna go all the way up then. Oh, there's something over here too. Wait, hold up. Huh. This is just a random place. Oh, wow. So this is just a random place to the alleyway, it looks like. Alright then. Elevator it is. We're going right in.
I swear, if we locked up every doctor in this town, Vice would be able to work half days.
So we're on the 5th floor. Dr. Stoneman is down here. We're going into his office. Let's get it.
Yes, sir. Your name?
LAPD. We'd like to see Dr. Stoneman.
Dr. Stoneman is with a patient. Would you like to wait?
No, we wouldn't. Tell him we want to see him now.
There's no need to be rude.
Save it, sister.
Dr. Stoneman, I have some gentlemen from the LAPD here to see you.
Send them in, please. I'll see this patient again after they've left.
So send them in.
Your investigation is much more important than my say.
Dr. Stoneman, we are investigating the death of one of your patients, Julia Randall.
I'm very sorry to hear that.
Do you mind if we ask you some questions about Ms. Randall?
Not if it doesn't compromise doctor-patient privilege, Detective.
Alright, so this is Dr. Stoneman, the prescribing physician for Julia Randall. One question only. What is your relationship with the victim? because we found sleeping pills and a medication in the last episode, so I want to see what he has to say.
How well did you know Miss Randall?
Barely at all. She'd only been a patient 6 months or so.
Oh yeah, you know. Look at him. He's moving his eyes to the left, to the right. Look at him. Oh yeah, he's lying. She was not a patient there for 6 months. You prescribed her with medications, man. You prescribed her with a medication that had your name on it, so I have to accuse him on this one because he's lying about Jane knowing her for 6 months. So I gotta accuse him and see how he reacts.
Julia Randall has been your patient for nearly a year. I'm sure you know that.
Do you doubt my veracity, detective? Do you have access to my patient records?
Well, we do know about you prescribing her of this medication because it shows there's a prescription thing that had your name on it. I remember from the last episode that zoomed in and said your name. And I remember folks said we gotta go talk to the doctor. So I have to hit him with this.
Your prescriptions contradict you, Doctor.
Miss Randall was in the fashion business, as you probably know. She was jumped up on Benzedrine by day and knocked down by sleeping pills at night. I told her to slow up, but no. Life was too short for her.
And you supplied the prescription for the Benzedrine.
It's not illegal, detective. A lot of young women in her line of work use it for weight loss.
Ah, so that's why we found Benzedrine inside of her sleeping pill thing, her sleeping pill container, because it's not only because it can help her control her moods, like the sleeping pills and whatnot, but it's also to help women who are modeling to lose weight so they can look as thin as possible and hot as possible. Damn. Can't even imagine how many models during the 40s probably were doing that. I don't know if people do it in today's day and age because nowadays I've seen most models work out to stay in shape to look at how they look today. But back then, damn, that has to be crazy that they gotta go to extreme levels.
Tell me, do you often lose focus like this?
So now we're gonna have to ask him about any additional medications because we did find a morphine syringe outside of the victim's apartment. He already said about the sleeping pills, so we know that. But we found a morphine syringe. So let's see what he says about this.
You wrote Julia Randall a prescription for Benzedrine. How can you account for that?
Miss Randall was in the fashion business. She wanted to control her weight.
She wanted to control her weight, but why are you moving your eyes that way? Look at him. Look at him. He's moving his eyes to the left. He's moving it to the right at times, and he's looking a little twitchy too. So we know that, but there's something more that he's not telling me. But, oh man, I can't accuse him with the syringe. Let's see. I'm gonna see if I can accuse him again, see how he reacts, and if we don't have any evidence to accuse him, then I know it's gonna be back off. Let's see.
We believe Miss Randall died of an overdose of morphine. You didn't prescribe her anything else, did you?
That is a very serious allegation to level at a doctor, young man.
Ooh, I think we got him because, like I said, we found a morphine syringe outside of her apartment. It was in that trash bin in the last episode. So, because we already know about the Benzedrine prescription and we know about the sleeping pills, but what about morphine? Because it's not just because of that. You know what? I'm going to hit him with the morphine syringe. Hopefully it's right. I'm very confident that this has to be right.
I am well aware of what is prescribed
Never
in the
mind.
Harrison Act, detective. If you wish to make any other ridiculous accusations, I suggest you direct them to my attorney.
That'll be all for now, Dr. Stoneman. We'll be in touch.
So it was bad cop, and I messed that one up. Alright, I'm going to use his phone real quick before we leave.
Operator, give me dispatch.
Putting you through now.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Messages for me, please.
Yes, Detective. The coroner's been asking to speak to you. I can connect the call if you like.
Please, thank you. Al?
Cole, can you get over here? I just finished the autopsy.
Sure thing, Mal. We'll be right over.
So we're going to the morgue as our next location. The morgue is our next place to go. So I pretty much knew it was bad cop, but when Cole said the morphine that we believe he was killed with it, I thought he was gonna. I thought we got him with the morphine thing, but apparently not. So that's gonna be our next location. And we're gonna see Mel at the morgue. Let's get into the elevator. This time they're not talking. That's interesting. Alrighty.
The old boy's lying.
About what?
I don't know. He looked relieved when you said she was dead. That's a strange reaction to have to the death of a young patient.
Yeah, I do believe he's lying too. That's why I accused him, because I thought he was lying to us about any additional medications. I should have went back cop on him on that one, but he does look suspicious. He does look suspicious. So we're gonna go to the
You're
board,
behind the
see
wheel.
what Mel has to say. Oh, watch out.
Have you noticed how croakers only pull out the physician-patient privilege card when they got something to hide?
There are certain things people have a right to keep private.
Until it gets in the way of police work. And it's only private when it suits them. A couple of drinks and every doctor I've met will spill your darkest secrets in a heartbeat.
So he's waiting for us inside, man. Waiting us for us inside. To the morgue is right in here.
Work that case with the lady.
Cole, Roy, I have some information for you.
You're the only person enjoying this, Mal. Get on with it.
The bruising confirms 2 sets of hands, so we have 2 killers. Death was caused by heart failure due to an overdose of morphine.
Have you dragged us down here to gloat? We already heard your theory.
We agree that she was murdered.
Yes, of course.
I have something else to show you.
All right, Mal, what gives?
The dead guy's name is Jimmy LeBlanc, career burglar. He came in this morning. Someone stove his head in with a lump of 2x4.
So what? Good riddance.
I found 2 syrettes in his jacket pocket.
Wow.
Hang on a minute, Roy. We're listening, Mal.
No sign of morphine use and no metabolized morphine in his blood. Scratch marks on his face.
Which could be from getting his head remodeled.
Time of death, Mal.
Maybe an hour or 2 after the Randall girl.
So you're saying Laughing Boy here could be one of our killers? That's a hell of a long shot.
Thanks, Mal. We'll check it out.
I found something else.
He found something else, he says too. Let's see.
Sorry, I don't play.
I don't know if it's significant. His wallet was empty. The only other things he was carrying were the harmonica and the morphine. Carruthers. Yeah, he's here. I'll send him over. They have a guy called Henry Arnett in interview 2 for you next door. Let me know how you get on.
Sure, Mal. And thanks for the lead.
Sure, Mal, thanks for the lead.
Roy's a douche, man. Wait, before I leave, I felt like there was something in here that I didn't see. Oh, that's just looking at her body. Yeah, so that's nothing significant. Alright, so that Henry Arnett from the last episode has showed up to the police station. So I'm guessing we gotta go in here. Yep, we gotta go inside here. Blocking window. Interview room 2. Because this guy has to tell me anything.
Arnett is in interview too, Phelps. Go help him get whatever it is off his chest.
Alright, so we're going in.
Mr. Arnett, I'm Detective Phelps. This is Detective Earl. Thanks for coming in.
Call me Henry. It's the least I could do. Terrible news about Julia.
Fiance Heather Swanson, friend of Julia. So, let's see what his relationship was with the victim.
How well did you know Julia Randall?
Vaguely. I'm in the clothing business, and Julia occasionally modeled for me.
He's in the clothing business, and Julia occasionally models for him. I mean, I'm looking at his face. He is staring completely still. I mean, like I said, blinking. Sometimes blinking doesn't mean they're lying half the time. So I think he's being honest because he says he's in the clothing business. She modeled for him at certain points in time. So I'm going to say he's telling the truth. So I'm going to go good cop here. Hopefully it's right.
And you were close?
We were friends.
So he was lying. Oh my goodness. See, these facial expressions, it throws me off balance, man. It really does. So was there something that he was lying? I don't even know. But let's see if he knows anybody named Mr. Henderson.
Miss Randall's landlady said she was seeing an older man.
Could have been. I wasn't privy to all the details of Julia's private life.
Oh, now his eyes is turning. His eyes are turning. Oh, his eyes are turning. Because they did say that we found a man's smoking jacket, and it looks big for her to wear. So what if this guy is lying, and he's the guy that's named Mr. Henderson? Let me accuse him and see how he reacts.
Henry, I don't like when people lie to me. She was seeing a man named Henderson. You know who I'm talking about.
Easy on, Detective. I may have heard of Henderson, but I don't know his full name. I think he's from New York or someplace back east.
I don't like that response. Oh man, I don't like that response because I do have a jacket, but I don't think I can accuse him with that.
Looks like I was mistaken.
But I think he is lying, so I might have to go back up. Hopefully he's right, because so far, these facial expressions is something. So I'll go back up, see what happens.
Spill it, Henry. You know nothing about a man named Henderson?
Yes, you're right. Henderson, yeah. Very distinguished.
How about a first name, wise guy? An address, maybe?
I'm sorry, I don't. I think he lives somewhere out of town. Somewhere back east.
Also, this guy was lying. So I think the cold had to belong to him. Who knows? So let's see if he knows about this LeBlanc guy, the burglary suspect.
Ever heard of a Jimmy LeBlanc?
No. Should I have? Is he an entertainer or something?
Ooh. Oh, yep, he's lying. Yep, he's lying, man. Jimmy LeBlanc was definitely one of the killers. He has to know him in some form. Because I have nothing to accuse him with, so this has to be back up. Please be right.
So you wouldn't have any reason to believe that LeBlanc would be involved in Julie Randall's murder?
If this guy is a criminal, he might have been involved. But like I said, I've never heard of this LeBlanc character.
Heather told us that you were in fashion.
That's right.
Oh, he gives us a business card.
Some kind of traveling salesman?
Once I got out of the Corps, I used my...
You were in the Marines?
Sure. I'm proud of it. Fighting 6th.
You were in the 6th Marines?
Yes. I was a captain.
Which company?
Various companies. We had a lot of casualties.
Which engagements?
Okinawa. A couple of other places.
That will be all for now, Henry. You've been very helpful.
That man's lying.
That son of a bitch was never in the Marines. Why'd you let him off the hook?
Because we're giving him a couple of minutes before we start tailing him. Arnett is an amateur. We need to find out who killed the girl. Can you pass this on to Bukowski? Have him check the place out and go through his records.
Sure, I'll pass it on.
Thanks. Can you also have R&I run the records on a Jimmy LeBlanc and find out who was his last arresting officer? Have them get in touch via KGPL when they have some information.
So we're gonna follow this Henry Arnett guy. I knew he was lying, but I got the answers wrong.
He's in that car at the lights.
Oh, that's him right there in that fancy looking car. So he turned right. Alright. I'm not gonna use the focus camera.
He was squirming like a worm in there. Don't you love it when they pull the war hero excuse? Actually, maybe you don't.
Obviously, he pulled up the war.
Not the siren, you idiot!
That was my fault. Oh, yeah. I pressed L3 by accident. Yeah, that was my fault.
That son of a bitch was never in the Marines. Why'd you let him off the hook?
Because we're giving him a couple of minutes before we start tailing him. Arnett is an amateur. We need to find out who killed the girl. Can you pass this on to Bukowski? Have him check the place out and go through his records.
Sure, I'll pass it on.
Thanks. Can you also have R&I run the records on a Jimmy LeBlanc and find out who was his last arresting officer? Have them get in touch via KGPL when they have some information.
He's in that car at the lights.
That was my mistake because I accidentally pressed L3 and turned on the sirens by accident.
He was squirming like a worm in there. Don't you love it when they pull the war hero excuse? Actually, maybe you don't.
Wait for this car to pass me. Oh, never mind. Nope. Just don't want to be too behind him. But yeah, I accidentally pressed L3.
I'd have expected a cad like Arnett to be a better liar.
Yeah, that guy was 100% lying, but supposedly the first two questions I got wrong, and then I got back off. On the last one, that was right, so. But right now we're doing good. We're tailing him pretty good. So seeing where he's going to turn next. Oh no, he's not turning, so he's going straight. Just staying back a little bit because we are so close to him. Because I don't want to get too close. I mean, we are close as we are right now. So he's turning right. Yep, he's turning right. Okay.
Where are you taking us, Henry?
Where is he taking us? I don't know. Wherever he's taking us does not look good. Oh. Just in case if he doesn't notice. He's going straight? Yep, he's going straight. Oh. Just making sure that I don't crash into that car back there. Definitely gonna do some edits on that mistake I did. Because that was a bad mistake.
That's it. We're spotted. Back off. Back off.
Oh, I went too close. Alright, I'm back. So I'm gonna make that quick edit on that scene so you guys will see it more than 3 times, or 3 times in total. So we're back over here in the same spot, kind of. Yeah, the same spot. Yep. I'm just staying away as back as possible. Just watching him from the distance. Wait until he gets past. So he's taking a left turn. I knew he'd take a left turn. Okay.
You got a pretty funny idea of what keeping a low profile means, Phelps.
That idiot never stepped foot in Okinawa.
I could tell that Cole Phelps was offended when he says that he was in Okinawa, but he does not look like a Marine. I could definitely tell you that much. He may look tall, but he's not a Marine. He was BSing us, bro. So I'm gonna stay right over here. Let the car in front of me. Yep, there you go. The car in front of me can make this a good low profile. So I'm watching his car. Got in front of me, so he went straight. Yep, he went straight. Looks like he's stopping. Yeah, he's stopping. Huh.
He needs money and fast.
Oh, he got cash on him.
Get in there and find out what he pawned. I'll stick with him, see how he intends to spend the money. Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
Hoof it, Phelps.
So we're gonna.
I'll bring the car around when I'm done here.
We're gonna follow him on foot. I thought he saw me for a second, but nope. Gonna go over here. Good thing there's some walls right here. Keep on going. Nope, I couldn't hide right there. Okay, so I'm gonna hide in this wall alleyway. So he went from driving.
Slack. Gotta get closer.
He went from driving to all of a sudden now walking. This guy's being. Oh. I thought he saw me for a second, but no, he's being hella suspicious. So I'm just hiding right here in the corner. He's crossing the street. He's crossing the street. Where is he going, though? That's the question. I'm crossing the street too. Sorry, I almost got run over. He did turn around, but he didn't see him. I was like right there. All right, watching him.
Move in. Can't risk losing the trail.
I gotta go incognito. Maybe not, actually. I don't need to. Oh, he turned to the right. He turned to the right. Can't see from this angle. Oh, I thought he saw me for a second. He turned to the right and then left. Walk. Alright, we got it. Oh my goodness. Got it on the first try that time.
That's right, Mexico City. One-way ticket, please. Next available seat.
That would be 1 day from now. Is that okay?
It's going to have to be.
Ticket to Mexico City.
LAPD. The man who just came in here. He bought a ticket?
Yes, sir. To Mexico City. Tomorrow night.
If you hear from him again, don't mention this conversation.
I just like how he showed up.
What have you got?
He bought a ticket from Mexico City. Tomorrow night.
That's good. But this is better.
Well, what else?
Oh my God. It's Fabergé.
Should have seen the look on the pawnbroker's face when I told him to hand it over. The guy who owned the joint thought it was worth at least 10 large for a cigarette case. Arnett only got 600 clams.
$600 he gotten for this wallet case that could earn more money? So this guy was in a rush. Interesting. So where is our next location then? Back to the police station, looks like. Oh wait, there's a phone though. Hold up. We got a phone up ahead. Or the phone well, that's what it is. Oh my God, I'm getting run over. Oh my goodness. Oh no, this is just a regular telephone, so we're gonna use this real quick.
Operator, give me R&I.
Putting you through now.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
Are there any messages for me?
Yes, Detective. Detectives Bukowski and Galloway request you return to Hollywood Station. They have information in the Julia Randall case.
Any luck with the arrest record check on Jimmy LeBlanc?
Yes, Detective. Jimmy LeBlanc's last arresting officer was Patrolman Fred Wallace. He's posted the Hollywood 9th Beat Sunset Boulevard between Gordon and Wilcox.
Thanks.